Hello and welcome, this is Julia of Just One More Card, and today I'm gonna have a Copic coloring tutorial for you and how to create a really nice Halloween card. Let's dive right in with the Copic coloring. And there's just one thing I want to mention before I put on some music for you. I like to color from dark to light. I have found that for me this is a better way of making sure that I have enough room for my highlights, because otherwise I seem to, use too much dark color when I put down a coat of my lightest color first. And I also found that my blending works better and I have less bleeding when I use this method. Again, a lot of people like to color from light to dark to light again, but I prefer to start out with the dark and then go to the light. For the rest of this robot, I'm going to put on some music and let you watch me color. Now that I'm done with the robot, let's take another look at my method of coloring here with the bat, because you will see it quite clearly what I mean. I'm putting down the darkest color first, the W9, because I know this is where the shadows are going to be. So this is going to be darkest no matter what. And now with the W6, I'm just trying to blend out where the darkest color ends. And now with the W4, I'm trying to blend the medium color into the lightest color. And you can see I leave some white space. And the reason I'm leaving this white space is because I only want to go over those lightest areas once. And you can see quite clearly, I think, that those highlight areas really remain highlights. And I think I wouldn't have been able to do that if I would have added a coat of the lightest color first. So that's why I prefer this method of coloring. Now I'm going to move on to my tag, and I'm using the Stitch Duo 1 tags by Pretty Pink Posh. They don't just make sequins, they also make dies. And this die is just beautiful, and I'm gonna let you watch how I color it. Now that I'm done, I'm using the Giving Thanks stamp set by Simon Says Stamp and this tree. Though it's the only tree stamp that I have, really. And if you stamp it in black Versamark ink, it really gives a creepy feeling to this entire scene. And then I'm using one of the little birds that comes in the stamp set. That's just a way to stretch your stamps. Use what you have. I'm just using this tree without the leaves and the bird in black, and it gives this whole scene some creepy feeling. Also, the Sunny Sky stamp set by Mama Elephant, there's this bird stamp. And as you can see, if you stamp it in the background in black, it becomes quite creepy. That's how you can stretch your stamps. I've created this template of the Stitch Duo 1 tag, and I've mounted it temporarily onto some black cardstock, and I've drawn some lines with a pencil, because for the life of me I cannot cut this straight. I really need the pencil lines, otherwise this is going to be wonky and the distances are not going to match on either side. So that's I don't know, that's my kryptonite. I just can't cut straight. For the life of me I can't. Now that I've done this, I'm going to use my Emboss It dabber. It's basically the same as Versamark. If you have a Versamark ink pad, you can use that as well. I just prefer the dabber because I feel it's easier. And I'm going to add the sticky ink around the entire tag, and then the Judikins embossing powder sticky stuff. And as you can see, it melts really quickly, and don't overheat it. Let it sit. If it's like this, then it's sticky. And then you can take glitter. I'm using black glitter here by Stampin' Up. If possible, use glitter that is not too chunky, and just dump it onto the sticky stuff. It's like glue. It will stick to it. And I'm doing this also all around. And then I'm using my finger to just smoosh the glitter into the sticky stuff. It will not hurt your finger. It will not hurt the glitter. I just want to make sure that all the glitter that is not held onto the cardstock by the sticky stuff will come off now and not later on my project. I also like to use a soft makeup brush, and I'd really go in there and brush down the glitter really hard. Enough of it will stick to the cardstock, so I'm not too worried. Next up, I want to decorate my card base, and I want to spell out the words eek and boo. Of course, you need the 2 E's and you need 2 O's, but the stamp set by Simon Says Stamp, which I'm using, only has one of each letter. So here's my trick. I'm stamping out each letter that I need twice, and then I'm arranging the letters on my acrylic block, so I leave enough space for that letter that I need to stamp in there. So I'm stamping out each of the words onto my card base, and you can do it randomly. You can see here, I'm just having fun, and then I'm using the letter that I need a second time, and I fill in the blanks. Just be careful not to actually put it somewhere where another letter is supposed to go. Ask me how I know. Now I'm adhering my tag, which has dried by now, so the Versamark ink, the Versa fine ink needs some time to dry, and I'm just adhering my tag onto this mat that I've created, and of course I can't get it on there straight. Really, it's just me. Here's a trick. I'm putting down some adhesive. And now I'm grabbing some silver twine, and the trick is I want to create this, twine mess behind the tag, those loops and everything. And I found that even though I can create it quite easily, it never stays in place until I can put down whatever's in front of my card. So I'm using a tiny bit of adhesive behind whatever I'm putting in front of the card, and then creating my twine mess. And just a way to keep it controllable for me, manageable. I've adhered my little robot and the bat to the front of the tag, and then I'm adding some sequins by Pretty Pink Posh and some wobbly eyes for the robot, and this is the finished card. I'm gonna zoom in here for you. You can see here the googly eyes that move when you shake the card, and you have this beautiful glittery mat for the Pretty Pink Posh tag, and the silvery twine and the beautiful sequins, also by Pretty Pink Posh. This is actually the second card I made. Before that, I made another card. Basically, it looks the same, it's just the card base is a little bit different. And on the inside of that first card, I've actually added a little surprise for whoever opens it, so watch it. Boo! I just thought that was so funny. Sorry. So that's the card for today. I hope you've had fun watching me color. I would love to hear your feedback. Leave me a comment, and really I would be immensely grateful if you would either visit me at my blog, subscribe, or become a subscriber here at YouTube. Thank you so much. See you around.